Alexander Walker off the bench knocks one down. Poole into the lane. Looney. And a foul. Alexander Walker off the bench knocks one down. Poole into the lane. Looney. And a foul.
It's a lot more difficult for him to use his size as an advantage there.
Off the bounce, Poole, and they're going to call him for the offensive foul on the clear out.
It's a lot more difficult for him to use his size as an advantage there.
Off the bounce, Poole, and they're going to call him for the offensive foul on the clear out.
Steve Kerr is imploring his guys to pick the pace up, keep the energy up.
Poole in and out, Looney. Last 5 games for Kevon, he's averaging 13 boards per night. Edwards coming back to help out. And then Poole with the pick all alone. Edwards coming back to help out. And then Poole with the pick all alone. 12 of them away from home. 9 games, so almost half their slate is against the East, where you can't pick up those head-to-head wins against your competitors in the West.
I love Tony Brothers. He's like a brother to me.
Ah, nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Poole kicks it back out to Michael Green. Another turnover, and they are now starting to stack up. I believe that. Poole, fade no, followed up and in by Lamb. Usually when you're teed up for grabbing the rim, you're the offensive guy.
We'll get some clarification from the officials when we get a chance.
Steven Chozo with the triple. And another turnover, allowing Poole an opportunity to break away as he winces. Minnesota choosing not to go at Jordan on the defensive end. Leg appears to be okay, blocked by Anderson up at the rim. McDaniels. So much movement, particularly amongst the Western Conference contenders at the trade deadline. Still no Kevin Durant in the Phoenix lineup, but that's anticipated according to Woj on Wednesday.
But with all due respect to Klay Thompson, Edwards is the best player on the floor, and he's got to play like it.
Kuminga denied on the drive.
But with all due respect to Klay Thompson, Edwards is the best player on the floor, and he's got to play like it.
Kuminga denied on the drive.
Conley's just one of those players, every time you see him shoot, you're just like, we want you to shoot more.
Looney with the follow. T-Wolves wanted a goaltend. Conley. Picked off by Poole.
So sometimes you just see things, the way they're matching up with you, how they're guarding you. They're not closing out to him on the three-point line, so he knows he's going to get all the time. Speaking of all the time, Jordan Poole knocks down a little three.
Poole. Tried for 2 in a row. Conley, Alexander Walker, and Jordan there defensively. Tried for 2 in a row. Conley, Alexander Walker, and Jordan there defensively. Tried for 2 in a row. Conley, Alexander Walker, and Jordan there defensively. Reed will try for another triple. Tried for 2 in a row. Conley, Alexander Walker, and Jordan there defensively. Reed will try for another triple.
He's going back, giving his entire bench an earful right now.
Poole, off glass, count it.
It takes young players time to figure out, but you just know the confidence that he has in himself. It just never falters.
4 years at Iowa, coming in for Naz Reid. Poole, foot runner. And you got a rebounding foul because Looney's in there working again.
Those were clearance. They were sent wherever the losing Super Bowl shirts go. Wherever those losing Super Bowl shirts go, yeah, the Eagles Super Bowl shirts, that's where they're sold at.
after the 10th turnover of the half for Minnesota. Try to lob it into Garza, all kinds of contact. You know, dealing with the injury to Karl Anthony Towns all year long, but then the trade, D'Angelo Russell goes away, and all of a sudden, a guy averaging 35 a night, now he's starting to look at, might need 30, 32, 34 a night. You know, dealing with the injury to Karl Anthony Towns all year long, but then the trade, D'Angelo Russell goes away, and all of a sudden, a guy averaging 35 a night, now he's starting to look at, might need 30, 32, 34 a night.
It's not like you're deferring to Karl Anthony Towns. You don't have D'Angelo Russell on your team. You don't have that necessarily third scorer. So Ant Edwards, this is a great maturing moment for him. You got to be aggressive. Go down and be 5 for 20. You know, and that's why the Warriors are going to keep going to that zone. They would rather have Walker beat you than Ant Edwards going one-on-one because he's so elite.
Poole, nice back door. Jermichael Green spotted him. Second chance points. Nathan Knight now onto the floor. Poole, quick three off the mark.
I watched the Milwaukee game earlier,
Yep.
Dave, Phoenix, Milwaukee. Those guys were getting after it. I'm talking about loose balls, people diving, bodies moving.
The other side for Golden State, still no Steph Curry. Gary Payton's out, Andre Iguodala's out, Andrew Wiggins. Poole behind Looney. Where you not only get a dub for yourself, but a loss for somebody you're competing with.
And look, it's different for a minute.
Yeah, Beth, Anthony Edwards is having a cold night, shooting 4 for 16 from the field, but the young star is staying with it. At the timeout, Anthony Edwards was the first player off the bench to greet Austin Rivers after he made a three.
Set a screen if you're Anthony Edwards on the ball, because that's not what they want to do.
Jordan Poole, step back. Tipped up and in by Looney. They missed 10 free throws in the game.
You got to give a lot of credit to Steve Kerr. You can't box him one step because he moves around so much. That's so difficult. But Ant Edwards will learn from this. He will understand this, and I believe that he will have a much better attack